International Monetary Fund Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva has argued that the 114 and counting central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, will need to be backed by real assets if they are to succeed. In a statement to a high-level policy roundtable on CBDCs held in Rabat earlier this month, she argued that without clear regulations and a common platform between currencies, CBDCs would be no different to cryptocurrencies. If not backed by real assets, they are simply speculative investments. Fiat currencies backed only by the faith in governments would fall into that same category very neatly. The powers that be are certainly aware that this faith in government-issued currencies is rapidly waning. The Bank of International Settlements, BIS, issued a warning this week that there would be continued financial stress as central banks seek to avert the growing inflationary psychology that is fermenting in consumers' minds. Their annual report 2023 recognised that the aggressive interest rate hiking cycle hasn't brought inflation under control, and more rate rises are going to be necessary to put the inflation genie back in its bottle. Quote, "The key policy challenge today remains fully taming inflation, and the last mile is typically the hardest," end quote, said BIS General Manager Augustin Carstens. Quote, "The burden is falling on many shoulders, but the risks from not acting promptly will be greater in the long term," end quote. Both of these multilateral institutes are telegraphing major changes afoot in the global monetary system. This has been backed up by regular rounds of central bank gold purchases. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, reported a 41% increase in their holdings over the last 12 months. In April, their gold reserves jumped to 4.8 billion USD from 3.4 billion USD a year earlier. The last 5 years have seen the Middle Eastern nation balloon from a low of 309 million USD. Poland reported a total of 34 tons of gold purchased in May. This comes hot on the heels of April's 15 tons. Gold now makes up 8.5% of the Bank of Poland's reserves. The Polish Central Bank in 2021 announced their goal to reach a total of 100 tons of gold, with Glapinski saying that holding gold was a matter of financial security and stability. Quote, "Gold will retain its value, even when someone cuts off the power to the global financial system, destroying traditional assets based on electronic accounting records. Of course, we do not assume that this will happen, but as the saying goes, forewarned is always insured, and the central bank is required to be prepared for even the most unfavourable circumstances. That is why we see a special place for gold in our foreign exchange management process." End quote. Poland has read the tea leaves on the future direction of the global monetary reset. The world awash with fiat currencies backed by a now deteriorating faith in their long-term purchasing power. As they often say, he who owns the gold makes the rules. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe and balance your wealth at ainsleyBullion.com.au.